I just read this next note as shave your intentions. You don't want to shave your intentions. That's a good way to end up in the ER. Hi friends. Today I'm going to talk about police and street photography. I've had quite a few encounters. I can't talk. I've had a few encounters with police officers while doing my street photography endeavors, and nothing too insane. I haven't been tackled yet, thankfully. I don't want to do that. I've had enough encounters to kind of get a good feel for what the best way is to handle them whenever these encounters arise, come about, come forth, happen. So first thing is first, I'm going to get into some, just kind of talking about how I handle them and maybe some kind of tips. And it's just simple stuff. But first I want to talk about, I'm going to rant. I'm going to rant for a second. This is going to be a little rant. It's going to be very politically incorrect. But that is, I'm not going to be a jerk face. But I'm going to probably hurt some feelings if you're one of the people who fall into the categories that I'm going to describe. So if you are one of the people in the world who thinks that all police are just pigs, you call them pigs, they're just trigger happy, just idiots who want to they're all bad and they all have an agenda. To you I say, you are an idiot. And I don't use insulting terms lightly. Whenever I say them, there's meaning behind them, and there's the reason I'm using that word over another word. I am defining you as not as a human being, but as you, that it is an idiotic point of view. We're gonna put it there. That's where we're gonna take it. To say that all police are idiots or they deserve to die or they whatever, to apply this to all police officers is the brother to racism. Like, straight up. I mean, think about this. You're saying because of your experience with a few, and it might have been quite a few. You might have had a very emotional experience with quite a few of these people. And you were raised in a certain kind of neighborhood, whatever. I understand, and I'm sure that there are awful experiences that happen. I'm not saying that no bad cops exist. They're out there, and I'm sure horrible experiences happen. But to say that because of this experience that happened with a certain number, a few, 5, 10, I don't know, happened with a few means that all of them are that way is such an absurd argument. It's literally the same ideology as racism, just applied to a different group of people. It just makes no sense to say that thousands and thousands, out of the thousands and thousands of police officers in the United States, and I'm just saying the United States just because, I'm sure this can apply to the world too, but I'm, kind of sticking with my country, I guess. I don't know. Could you go with it? I don't know what I'm saying. So we can argue that there are a lot, how many there are, that how bad those certain ones are, but we can't say that they all are that way. It just doesn't make logical sense in my brain. I don't know. Maybe I'm a different kind of human being. I've never been profiled, other than, I had one experience where I was a little bit profiled. The guy thought I had weed, but but I've never been profiled to the extent that I know some people have, for that sucks, and I'm sorry. There are bad officers out there, and that's a whole nother argument. But just to come down on police as a whole is insane to me. So with that said, here's some tips that I have kind of gathered over my time of living. What is this? What is this about? I don't even know what this is. Rainbow. Over my time of building rainbows. I'm a rainbow builder. Hi, I'm James the Rainbow Builder. James the Rainbow Builder. The first thing is know your laws. So I can only speak for the United States, but go out and kind of learn about that. And that will help you really be confident when you're out there. But here's a quick summary. You're in a public place. You can take photos of whatever you want, whenever you want, really. You can't be arrested for taking photos of really anything besides, I don't know, if you're being a pedophile or something. There's, so if any officer comes up to you and says you can't take photos here, then, of course, assess your surroundings. If you're like inside a military base, you're probably not on public property. There's a guy with a machine gun, just standing right next to you, hanging out. Just got a little, just a M4 and a helmet, then you may not be on public property. Maybe figure that out. When you're interacting with the officer, just use common sense. Don't be, don't just be ridiculous. It's pretty easy to not make another human being mad at you. You do it every day. Whenever you see these people on the cop shows who get tackled, it's because they're on drugs and they're just being a jerk or whatever. Don't punch anyone. That's a good one. Let's start there. Don't punch people, especially if they have a gun. Not good. Another thing is just relax. There's a lot of people that whenever a cop approaches them at all, they're like, I have a right to be here! I have a right to be here! I am a citizen! I do not consent to a search! I do not consent to a search! I do not consent to a search! You cannot search my belongings! You cannot search my belongings! Third Amendment! Third Amendment! Third Amendment! You cannot have my ID! I'm not operating a vehicle! Ah! Just relax. If they are doing something that is infringing on your rights, let them know. I know the law. I know I don't have to do this. That's it. You don't have to get all mad and freak out on them. Just relax. Just relax. Just talk to them like you want them to talk to you. The next thing is share your intentions with them. Just be open. Just be relaxed. Be open with them. The more you talk to them, the more they're going to see that you're not a threat. They're going to probably interact with you in a little bit of a tense way because they're used to dealing with people who are on narcotics all day long. Just be open and share your intentions, and it will diffuse the situation. When they see that you're talkable, then they will be talkable with you, and they'll see that you're not a threat. That's how any interaction with a police officer I've ever had, I diffuse the situation so quick, and I don't understand why people have such a problem with this. You just relax and talk to them. And the last thing is ask a lot of questions. So when you're in that situation and they're questioning you, ask them a lot of questions. So so maybe, for example, they're saying, hey, you can't take photos here. Then ask them questions. Go, oh, is this private property? Why can I not be here? And let them explain that to you. Now, if they're reluctant to explain it to you for whatever reason, then that's ridiculous and that's on them. But you have asked the proper questions. That's going to help you out in the future. I don't know, maybe they arrest you, and you in the future you go, listen, I asked if I was on private property. I asked, why am I being detained? I asked, am I being detained? If it comes to that, that's a lot of people ask that as the first question. They're like, hey, you can't take photos here. Am I being detained? And then that's like, I'm free to go. I'm free to go. And then it's silly. This is something I do whenever I come in contact with a cop. I was riding my board down on the Myrtle Beach Strip a couple weeks ago, and I was riding down to the strip, and when I got almost there, an officer pulled out and was like, you can't ride here. So I asked him, okay, so where, because the strip is there's this big commercial area of the strip, and then there's all these hotels and stuff, so there's kind of different sections. So I asked him, how, where can I ride and where can I not ride? What part? And he said all of it, which was kind of I guess that was the right answer, but maybe he just didn't understand my question. I gave him a thumbs up, and that was it. That was fine. I wasn't rude to him. I wasn't just trying to ruin, my life, and you know, it's just it is what it is. They don't even make the laws. People get mad at them. They don't even make the laws. They just do it. They just tell you can't do it. They didn't make it up. They're not the freaking governor or whatever. So yeah, just be super open, ask a lot of questions, let them know of your intentions, and that's it. That's all you have to do. It's so simple. So simple. And the last thing I did want to say was, what did I want to say? I don't remember what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, photo of police. Now, the last thing I did want to say was that if you are wondering if you can take a portrait of a police officer, like ask them and take their portrait, I've had a couple experience. Well, I had one experience with a police officer and I had another experience with a firefighter, and I think that it's kind of a overall thing where whenever they're on duty, they're not allowed to do that kind of thing, so they're probably going to tell you no. But you can legally take a photo of them in public. Like, you can walk up, take a photo, and walk off. They might not be happy. You may have it. They may want to talk to you. They may ask, where's it going? They may call him back up. It may escalate. It happens. But legally, you can do that. That's all I got, friends. That was a long one. That was a really long one. And I was able to get a lot of rant frustration out. I watch all these videos on YouTube. I'm like, you're so dumb. I've learned to just avoid the comment sections on certain videos, and I'm trying to do better at that, but it's hard not to scroll down and just read and just go. You just want to punch your monitor, but that doesn't do anything good. It doesn't. So I'm trying to get better at just like staying on the video and watching it and then forming my own opinion, and then not touching the comments at all, and then just move on. How much more positive would your YouTube experience be if there was an easy way to just hide the comments? There is an easy way. I'm sure there's extensions and stuff. But if you just hid the comments, right? Like, this is beautiful. Think about this. If you could just hide the comments and just turn them on whenever you want to, but keep them hid by default, think about how much more positive your YouTube experience would be. Beauty. I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to go do more productive things. What do I have to do today? I have to edit things. I don't know. I'm going to go edit things. That's all. Edit. Robot. I don't know. Okay. Bye, guys. These are my keys. Come steal my car.